My name is Mark Hurren, founder of my own company. I do tech recruitment, work with sort of various founders here in Europe and across in the US. Because I've been self-employed for 13 years, Nest wasn't around. So actually I didn't have the company pension you'd normally have. Corporate life wasn't for me. I didn't particularly want to plug into the big machine each day, but the benefits of corporate are you do get a pension. And actually you forget about it, they contribute each month and you don't think anything of it. I actually hit my early 40s and realised I need to make up some ground here. So my previous provider was one of the biggest wealth partners out there. Everybody knows them. They tend to work on a franchise model, and you get your nice little neat label of extreme risk, high risk, moderate risk, and basically you're stuck in a box. I knew enough about investment to know actually there's opportunity for me to back these companies that I'm already working with, and in those worlds where I know 5 years from now that is going to be a really big booming industry. But I didn't have that much customization available to me. The idea that I sit down once a year and I'm told what happened, well, that's no good to me. Tell me what's happening now, let me change it now. And if there's an opportunity for me to actually shave a year off me from a retirement point of view, then I want to access that now. I don't want you to tell me about what I missed 6 months ago and if only we spoke sooner. I look at how much I was paying for mediocre performing funds, and those funds never were in the top 50 at any point in the time I was with them. So that combined with the lack of customization, it just became frustrating, and I found myself really sort of wanting to break out of the norm and traditional finance houses that were there. So I switched to II. Being really blunt, it was just so much cheaper. A lot of the other offerings, it's this plus that, plus that, plus that. Whereas with II, I found, well, that's the cost. It's really straightforward. So what I pay is what I pay. So I literally was that guy who printed off the terms and conditions. I read them in detail and highlighted stuff. Couldn't find any catch, there wasn't one. For my transfer, I needed it to be smooth and quick. I did it at the point that COVID hit, shares had dropped. So it was so smooth, brilliant. To the point, if I'm honest, it made me nervous because it was so quick and so simple. But ping popped up on the platform, regular communication throughout, through text, the app, the website and email. You know, if anything, there was so much communication coming through to tell me what was happening. I didn't really have time to worry. I could sit on my sofa on a Sunday, have a look what's going on. Do I want to make any changes? Desktop I use for research. There's a huge amount on there. So depending on if you're somebody who wants to regularly be really proactive with your investments, all the information you need is there, to the point it's now actually curated. They've got a product called Buzz that will create a lot of this information for you. But if you want to go as basic as putting in a search term at the top of the site and ping up details about that subject, it will do it for you. In terms of choice, I've yet to find a stock that I couldn't invest in. There's plenty on the platform, to the point that there's companies I didn't even know were listed, because it's obviously global. So for me personally, I've got Asia, I've got US, I've got Europe. So it's not like I'm just sat with blue chip stocks. There's actually already portfolios of stocks that I have already pulled together. So you don't have to be an investor. You can just be somebody who doesn't want to pay high costs, doesn't want to be stuck in a box, and actually wants to get a decent return. And if that's where you are, this product's perfect for you. But equally, if you are someone who wants to actively research stocks, look at marketplace trends, and actually be a bit more hands-on with it, again, the tools are there. There's a massive misconception that it is the other person. It is that person with 500,000 portfolio. It is that person who understands finance. Whereas actually, the reality of it, it's not. It's you as a self-employed individual who just wants to get a better deal for your money. That's the reality of it. So II, with the reduced costs, both in terms of fund management each year, but also platform costs, means that I get to retire earlier.